Hi, it's Jen. I just got back from a weekend trip in New England, New York, and Connecticut, and Massachusetts. We flew up for the weekend to see a concert and stay in a little Airbnb. And it was a lovely weekend, but it didn't start out that way. My husband and I left early Friday morning for our flight, which took off at 6. I don't remember if it boarded or took off at 6, but we left the house 4 o'clock to get there. And when we got to the airport and got in line, the line was snaked through the airport and to the door, the line for the airline that we were flying. And so I immediately felt a sense of dread, a sense of, I wonder if we're going to make this flight. There were a number of military personnel there waiting to check in, and the crew from the airline was trying to help people, but their kiosks were blinking red, like there were all kinds of problems. And the longer I stood there, the more dread and worry I felt. And so when we approached the desk and it was our turn, put our name into the kiosk to sign into the flight, it came up, sorry, it's too late. You're not able to take the flight. And so when I asked the person behind the desk, they said, well, you have to have your bags checked in 45 minutes before the plane takes off. And so it took too long. You're not going to make it. The next flight is 8:19 tonight. And so she asked if I would like to schedule that flight. I said, no, thank you. I was going to figure something else out. And my husband and I walked away. And as we walked away, I started thinking about the energy of that situation. The moment I saw the long line, I went into fear and worry and, oh no, we're probably not going to make it. And in fact, we didn't. And so at that moment, I went, whoa, in my head, Jennifer, you know better than this. You need to come back into your power and breathe and find the place inside of you that needs a little bit of extra activation this morning to get things rolling in the direction you'd like to see them rolling in your day. And so I did the energy work, and I said to my husband, let's go up to the Delta counter, because we normally would fly Delta. I had happened to purchase this trip on Priceline, and it was a different airline that we're not used to using. And so we went to the Delta counter. Well, there was no line at the Delta counter, and there were some really lovely people there. And we told them our story. And first they scolded us for using Priceline. And then they immediately started looking at other flights that were available and said, yep, we've got one at 10 o'clock and we can put you on standby. And so within a few hours, I was on the plane to Connecticut. Everything had worked out. As a matter of fact, not only did we get a standby flight, but once we got on the flight, we were in Comfort Plus seating, which is where our choice would be to sit. We're both over 6 feet tall. And so I looked at my husband and I was like, wow, everything always works out for us. That's what understanding energy and that you are an energetic being is all about. It's not always. Sometimes I forget and I get into a situation and I let my mind take over and I move and shift into the worry mode. But then I remember who I really am and the power that I have to shift situations in my life and to ultimately create the life that I desire. You are a creator, and you are here to awaken to that. You're a multi-dimensional being with so much more power than anyone has ever taught you or led you to believe. And if you're ready to understand that and feel that and start living that, I hope you'll consider joining my coaching program. It's 4 Thursdays starting September 22nd. It's live coaching on Zoom. You'll get a link emailed to you. And I'll be teaching you these practices of the energy codes, of stepping into your creatorship. And then you'll be practicing them for the week, and we'll get together the next week and I'll answer your questions, and we'll practice how we can perfect some of those things that we're learning so that ultimately you can step into your creatorship. It's why you're here. It's why you're here on the planet, to awaken to that and to live the best life you can live. Healthy, abundant, joyful, peaceful. All of that's available to you. So if you're ready and that sounds exciting, I hope you'll click the link below, and I will see you on Thursday, September 22nd. You will not regret this transformational experience.